Straight ahead on the drift, we climb aboard the NorthCoast 230CC, a center console designed for hardcore fishing and family fun. Then, at the helm with BoatU.S, we make scum removal easy. We drift into Fairhaven, Massachusetts, where discarded rope is becoming incredible coastal art. Plus, from the cast with an update on the National Coast Guard Museum and the exciting delivery of an amazing exhibit, and we drift above the spectacular Champlain Memorial Lighthouse. On the Drift, the social place for boaters. Hello and welcome to The Drift. I'm your host, Sierra Goodwill. This time on Boat Build, John catches up with our friends from Full Keel Marine to check out the versatile NorthCoast 230CC.
All right, if you're looking for John Mendes, you're gonna find him on a North Coast.
Hey, John, how you doing, buddy?
Look at this beauty.
Yes, sir, the 230 NorthCoast CC. You got to step aboard. I got to show you this one.
I'm aboard, brother. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, so the 230 NorthCoast CC. This boat comes with raised foredeck, great casting platform. She's got, anchor pulpit, working the way back through. We've got a really, really generous, locker here for fish.
Yep.
And then also, underneath here, we've got down and below the center console, the porta potty.
So that's actually like a little head.
Yeah. As you can see here with the T-top construction, this is high gauge, very rugged. It's a deluxe hardtop.
I noted that. This is, what is this, 2.5 inch, 3 inch?
Yeah, it's 3 inch. We're 3 inch on this, and it's it's a step above for this size boat.
And that, I think, is what North Coast is about, right? Everything's built rugged and ready to go.
It is.
Now, they tell me these roll with Yamahas.
Yes,
I wonder
sir.
why that is.
Yeah, well, it's two reasons. I think number one, you got the most reliable outboard on the market. Number two, North Coast, they made the pledge and they went fully exclusive with Yamaha.
Let's go to the helm.
Absolutely.
Now, John, you know me. The only thing I cut on my boat is cheese. I'm not much of a fishing guy. I'm kind of a whiskey and cigar boat. But if you're a fishing guy, this is the boat, man. Check this out.
Yeah, it sure is, John. And yes, although it's going to suit everybody's need, cruising, fishing, but really, this boat's set up nicely for fishing. Got the upper rocket launcher, aft seat exchange rocket launcher, 2 capable live wells, also, doubling as a fish box here. Cutting station and tackle station here. Got a great aft folding bench seat here.
Wonderful. North Coast boats really keeping the angler in mind here.
Certainly.
And the cheese cutter.
That's it,
A guy
and the
like
cheese
me,
cutter.
the guy wants a whiskey, a cigar, and cut some cheese. This
That's
boat
it.
has got the right feel for it.
Yeah, I say it here with this boat here, from trolling to tubing, everything in between.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Trolling to tubing and everything in between. Man, you've got the one-liners,
That's a good
John
one.
Mendes. That's for sure. All right, let's see if this thing can do it.
All right, bud. Let's go.
John, underway on the 230cc, this North Coast is quite the perfect boat.
She's a great boat. Yes, John, certainly is. This 230 hull is the deep V.
Right.
So she's built, with every intention of getting you out to the grounds there and back. Very rugged build, dry ride, extremely stable underway with that deep V, and she's going to eat up pretty much anything you throw at it.
Talk to me about that deep V design. That's kind of old school.
Very old school.
But it has stood the test of time, right?
It has. That deep V, it's designed upon, the hydrodynamics are good lift, solid cut through, and then obviously with that flare on this bow, you're going to shed that water.
So I'm not a hull designer, but just to recap that, so the deep V that North Coast has comes all the way back to the stern.
That's correct, all the way back. Yeah,
Other boats come back halfway and then flatten out.
That's correct, yeah.
So that would give you
taper
a
off.
little more stability when not underway, but that deep V gives you a great ride underway.
Absolutely correct. Yep, absolutely correct. And it does take, a lot more absorption of the waves, and it reduces that pounding substantially.
Right.
As we're about to see.
We got a beautiful day on the bay here, man.
Yeah, we certainly do, John. Yeah, we got this 23 up on plane. You know, this boat's great. She's got a bunch of different cruising options. We're right now about 4,000 RPMs, 30 miles an hour, 2.5 miles per gallon. So I can't really beat that all day long.
Talk to me about most of the packages you deliver this boat with. Obviously, the Yamaha 250 is the engine for this, correct?
Absolutely, yes, yeah. Yamaha 250, that's the max rating on here. Perfect pairing, really.
Yep.
That's all DEC, digital control, integrated steering. And then what's great is we do take them blank canvas from the factory, so once we get to upgrading electronics, it's really up to the customer to pick what they want.
Right. That's the beauty of North Coast. It's that custom build to the customer's desire, right?
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, John, this is a great boat. This could be an entry-level boat for someone,
Oh, completely, yeah.
but it could be a nice second boat for someone. The guy who had the used boat for a long time, got into boating, loved it, saved a few bucks, and this is perfect in the price range.
Very, very nice size boat to handle, to maintain,
Right.
to trailer, and then, you know, for that enthusiast, whether it's a cruiser or a hardcore fisherman, you know, the boat's going to deliver.
Catch the full amazing North Coast line at driftsociably.com and at Drift Sociably on social media.
And now you can get the drift anytime on our social platforms at Drift Sociably, on the web at driftsociably.com, and catch full episodes on our YouTube channel at Drift Sociably. Catch the drift in long form with the Drift Podcast, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you catch your favorite podcast. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and drift sociably with The Drift, the social place for boaters.
Straight ahead, rope art that jumps out, and that nasty scum gone in seconds. On The Drift, the social place for boaters.
The Drift is brought to you by BoatU.S, Sociably, and Subaru of New England. At the Helm is brought to you by BoatU.S. Better boating starts here.
Welcome back to the social place for boating, The Drift. Our friends from BoatU.S are at the helm with more helpful tips and tricks. This time, let's remove that nasty scum line the easy way.
Whoa, 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 hold the phone, Christian. That water line is coming off of this boat like magic.
Yes, sir.
What's the deal?
This is an 8.5 clear marine protection film. This is a painted hull. So this is going to be your solution to not have to buff or see oxidation on your hull again.
Now, I got to tell you people, nothing aggravates me like having an icky water line on my boat. Fortunately, we got Christian here from Mad Soaps today. He's going to describe to us how to get off the water line, not only if you're lucky enough to have your boat filmed like this, but also on gel coat. What do we do there?
So if it's on gel coat, unfortunately, you're going to have to use harsh acids, which deteriorate your paint and gel coat even more, and then allow for more scum line to come back.
All right, well, talk me through the process. Let's see it.
Let's go.
All right, well, the isopropyl alcohol that took it off like magic over there on the film, that's doing nothing back here, is it?
Yep, the isopropyl did not do anything. It was very easily able to remove that, but unfortunately, we are going to have to use a harsher chemical like Venom by Stark Yacht Care to safely and fully remove that scum line.
Yeah, too bad the owner of this boat didn't get the transom filmed at the same time, but
Yeah.
show us how to do it.
Awesome. This is Venom by Stark Yacht Care. This is about a 5 to 6 on the pH scale. And this is going to safely remove the bay scum line and other water spot areas without destroying your coating, gel coat, or paint. You can see this is a little bit of a slower application, but it is working with a little bit of elbow grease. There are many other marine acids on the market that are definitely harsher than Venom, but they are instantaneous and you will have to put a protective coating on when you're done using those. Whereas with Stark Yacht Care's Venom, it does take a little bit more time, but it does also safely remove it and you do not have to polish after.
Wow, that stuff really did the trick. And people, I can tell you from experience, you can get a scrub brush and soap and scrub on those scum lines for as long as you want. It will not get the stains out. Now, we do want to mention some of the acid-based cleaners that are intended for this job can be extremely harsh. You want to be very careful about making sure you completely rinse them away at the end of the day. If your boat sits on a trailer, make real sure you rinse that trailer off real good. It really can eat into metal. And Christian, we probably have to worry about that on the boat itself too, don't we?
Absolutely, guys. It's still an acid. It still needs to be neutralized. So make sure it's not sitting on there or else it will corrode.
And what are you using to do that job
This is the same diluted isopropyl alcohol. You can use Dawn dish soap. You can use just water or the diluted IPA to neutralize the acid.
That scum line is just coming right off of there.
Better boating starts at BoatU.S.com. Visit them for more helpful boating tips.
Straight ahead, an update on the National Coast Guard Museum and bringing in an amazing tribute. Then we drift above a spectacular site with a rich historic past on the Drift, the social place for boaters.
Hey Drifters, now there's a place where the Drift is always on. Check out our YouTube page at Drift Sociably. Find full episodes and your favorite Drift features. That's Drift Sociably on YouTube, the social place for boaters. And be sure to drop anchor on that subscribe button for us. Get the drift?
Here it is, my favorite part of the show, Drift Into. Because from the color of Key West to the quiet of Nantucket, we love drifting into these amazing destinations and of course, taking you with us.
This time, we drift into Fairhaven, Massachusetts, where we meet an artist turning old rope into incredible works of art.
Chris, I found the place. And how do I know this is the place?
Nice
The
to
rope.
meet you. Yes,
Oh, the
welcome
rope,
to
man.
Harborside Rope Works. This is Harborside headquarters.
Everybody is talking about Harborside Rope Work.
Oh, I like to hear that.
From your Jaws pieces to your Oceanside pieces, you name it, you do it. It's incredible work. Tell me about it.
About 10 years ago, I was walking my children along the local beaches around the harbor.
Yeah.
As you know, New Bedford Harbor is busy with fishing boats.
Sure is.
And I would find little tiny pieces of fishing rope. And I thought, boy, that stuff looks beautiful. I was like, I wonder what I could do with that. I didn't look at it as media like an artist would.
Right.
I looked at it as building materials. What can I do with this? And then I put rope in a frame one day, and that's when I started to try to make a business out of it.
So how do we get it from this
Yes, sir.
to the artistry that is the final product?
All right, let's
or
go.
can you tell me?
I'll show you.
So we're walking to the factory. We're going to meet your employees,
Yep.
right?
Yes, sir.
We have full access, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Unlimited.
Is this it?
This is it. This is this is it. This is an old wooden shed that came with my house. That's been there for about 10 years.
So this
hanging
is where
outside.
the stories lie. This is where it all happened.
This is it. I suppose the secret sauce.
Can we
is
see the
what
process?
You can.
You're going to let us in?
No secrets.
All right, let's go inside.
All right.
All right, this is kind of your classic piece, right? Was this one of the first pieces
Correct.
you did?
So no, one of the first pieces I did with just rope, either horizontally or vertically,
Okay.
placed inside of a frame. And it was very simple. It's a nice nautical coastal accent and folks loved it. But I got tired of cutting rope straight. So I decided to try to make the rope look like a cresting wave. I was awarded a U.S. copyright for my rope landscape design. Folks loved it, and I haven't stopped since. This is what I do to give the rope a little pop.
Here's some art that pops out at you. This
Yes.
sort of this 3D thing going on
So,
here, right?
yes, sir. I wanted to see what it would look like coming out of the frame. And this is one of those pieces. I was standing in line at the hardware store and I saw a couple of sonotubes on the ground. And I thought, and a sonotube is a round, piece of cardboard. And I thought, that kind of has the shape that I want. So very carefully, I cut the cardboard, I adhered rope to it. I give it a thin coat of polyurethane, which makes
Right,
it shiny
sure.
and helps it keep its shape. And this one, I figured let's make it
Lazy
functional.
Susan,
A little
huh?
lazy Susan for hors d'oeuvres and
Chris, you're an artist, man.
trying.
I appreciate it.
See what
I
I've
have
got.
to say it. Thanks for showing us the ropes.
I love it.
Catch the full amazing rope artistry process on our YouTube channel at Drift Sociably and connect with Harborside Rope Works at driftsociably.com. We call it From the Cast. Always an informative slice from the Drift podcast. This time, John spends some time with our friend Captain Wes Pulver for an update on the amazing National Coast Guard Museum.
All right, we are with Captain Wes Pulver. Cap, you were at the helm of it all. The last time we spoke, it was a hole in the ground. Tell me where the U.S. Coast Guard Museum is today.
Well, the good news, John, we filled the hole. So we are working hard on constructing our National Coast Guard Museum. The building itself is, the steel is up. It's a total of 6 floors, over 110 feet above the Thames River here in New London, Connecticut. And what we've got left is we've got to put up the walls. So and then install the systems. But the walls is our next step, the envelope system, and we've already started that process. We'll have it done by the end of this summer. And we're excited about potentially turning over the building to the U.S. Coast Guard, gifting it to our federal government by the end of this year. So we're excited about that because that gets us ever closer to opening this wonderful museum.
So tell me how that works. So it was self-funded through donations, and then when it's done and built, you hand it over to the government, and they run it for us, right?
Well, there's also been some governmental money as well. Even though a lot of public and private both involved, it's clearly a public-private project together, but at the same time, the Museum Association was brought on so that the funding didn't come directly from the Coast Guard, and it's been a combination of private and federal.
What a fabulous way to go. So I saw them inching that helo into the project, right? The building's not done yet, but it looks like the helo's in place.
Yeah, we made that command decision that we'd get the helo in there before we put the walls up. So it was sort of a timing issue. Coast Guard and by the way, the Coast Guard executed that. So an example of a private-public, we're building the museum while they're taking one of their aviation assets that was specifically refurbished to put into the museum.
Cap, thank you and your team for all that you're doing. I know what this project has been for you and the team. It's a big one. And for sort of telling the story of the United States Coast Guard. All of us here at the Drift are happy to be along for the journey.
I appreciate that, John, very much. We can't wait to be open and have all the folks watching this broadcast come visit us next year. It'll be wonderful.
We'll be there, Cap. Thanks.
Thanks, John, so much. Thanks for your time, everybody.
The Drift podcast can be found at driftsociably.com or where all fine podcasts are heard.
Now there's a place where the Drift is always on. Check out our YouTube page at Drift Sociably. Find full episodes and your favorite Drift features. That's Drift Sociably on YouTube, the social place for boaters. Get the drift?
Straight ahead, Lake Champlain Memorial Lighthouse from above. On the Drift, the social place for boaters.
Drift Above is brought to you by Subaru of New England.
Time for one of the best parts of the Drift. Drift Above. It's when our talented drone pilots take you high above for amazing views of the lakes, waterways, oceans, wildlife, and seashores that we so enjoy.
This time, we drift above the Champlain Memorial Lighthouse, standing proudly at Crown Point, New York, along the beautiful shores of Lake Champlain. The original stone lighthouse was built here in 1858, helping guide mariners through this narrow and historically important passage between New York and Vermont. More than 50 years later, it was transformed into this impressive memorial honoring French explorer Samuel de Champlain, who first journeyed onto these waters in 1609. Its towering columns, bronze sculptures, and commanding view make it look less like a traditional lighthouse and more like a monument standing guard over the lake's remarkable past. From high above, the Champlain Memorial Lighthouse marks the place where history, navigation, and natural beauty all come together.
Drift above more of our amazing coast at driftsociably.com and at driftsociably on social media. Thanks for joining us, drifters. We'll catch you again right here next time, and maybe out on the water. It's the social place for boating, The Drift. For more like this, like, follow, share, and subscribe to The Drift at Drift Sociably or visit us at driftsociably.com. For all of us here at The Drift, I'm Sierra Goodwill. Drift Sociably. Get the drift?
The Drift is brought to you by BoatU.S, Sociably, and Subaru of New England.